Hello from the people of the internet. I am Hyper Super Sora, and welcome back to Remembering Avatar, where I talk about the Avatar episodes, trying to tell you what the episode's about completely from my memory. Today we're talking about the Winter Solstice Part 2, Avatar Roku. Hey, that kind of rhymed. A lot happens in this episode. This is the thing of the two-parter that I remember most. The gang is on their way to the island that Roku, whose dragon, Fang, told Aang to go to. And Aang is losing his shit. It's just like, what's going on? What do I do? Ah! Katara tries to calm him down. Yeah, Aang's panicking. Katara calms him down. Then they realize there's a Fire Nation blockade. Bunch of ships, a lot of them commanded by Zhao. How Zuko and Heart Pursuit fly past it with some danger. Zuko's ship gets hit in the crossfire, and he decides to use the smoke from his engine to make a smoke signal. But more like a smoke screen, so he could hide himself since he's not allowed in the Fire Nation. Make it to the island, they beat the Fire Sages, who are evil. Except for one. One of them, I forget the name, decides to help out Aang. Because he remembers, wait a minute, we're supposed to be loyal to the Avatar. Why the fuck are we serving the why the fuck are we trying to hunt him down? So he helps Aang, gets to the chamber, it's just like, yep, there's a door, you need 5 simultaneous fire blasts to open it. I mean, the other sages can do it, but I don't think the other ones are going to help us. So Sokka comes up with an idea to use explosives, and a little bit of firebending to either try to trick the door to open. It doesn't work. But it looked like it worked. Send Momo through the chamber, her to make it look like there's a shadow on the other side as the other members hide, and the one sage goes to get the other sage. He got in. How? How? He doesn't know any firebending. I don't know, but look at the scorch mark in the shadow. So they open the door to reveal Momo. Incapacitate the Fire Sages, where Aang goes in before Zhao and Zuko, I believe, show up. Door closes, and Aang gets to meet Avatar Roku for, what is it, the first time? I guess the other times are kind of shaky. And he lays out the basic premise. Sozin's Comet's coming, it's going to give the Fire Nation a whole shit ton of power. Gotta beat the Fire Nation before it gets here. Your friends are in trouble, I'll save your ass just this once. Aang turns into Avatar Roku and he takes down basically the entire, not island, but the building they're in. Because on the outside, they're all waiting on Aang to step out and ready to fucking annihilate him. But since they found Avatar Roku, a fully fledged Avatar, they don't stand much of a chance. They escape with a new goal in mind. Take down the Fire Nation before Sozin's Comet comes at the end of the summer. It's winter right now. So that gives them about a year take down the Fire Nation to master 3 out of the 4 elements, and they're not even at the North Pole yet. Zuko escapes, Hao captures some traders. Hers overall a pretty good day for everybody. Anything really notable to say? I don't think this is the episode where we get Roku's backstory, so I'm going to leave it at that, and let's see where the episode takes us. Okay, so I got done watching the episode, and I was completely wrong about the beginning of this. I must be thinking of a whole nother episode, probably the next one. Because this one opens with Aang in the village that they saved last time, and he wants to go on Appa without Katara and Sokka there. They obviously say, no, fuck that, that's a stupid idea. We're going with you. The village gives them some supplies, and it's just like, thank you for your kind, fucking go! You don't have time for this, it's literally at sunset! But everything else I think I hit pretty spot on. Is there anything I really missed? Roku made the island that they're on, like the temple, and the secret passages that they use later on. Zhao doesn't fall for the smoke signal. Zuko shows up before Zhao. And something I'd like to point out is how much of a champion fucking Appa is this episode. This motherfucker gets lit on fire and still keeps going. I think I'll talk about this later on in like season 2, where I point out how much Appa carries the team, both literally and figuratively. But he's probably the one who does the most work this episode. Because he's the one who's getting them to the island. It's quite far, apparently, before sunset. And it's just like, Appa has different speeds. He's got his leisure speed, he's got his quick run, and he's got his full-blown sprint. Which makes me question, what is an air bison, a sky bison's top speed? And is Appa actually capable of going like the fastest they can go? But this motherfucker does so many maneuvers, gets set on fire, dodge so much shit to get Aang to where he needs to go at the end. And it's just like, yeah, I'm fucking tired, now let me have a nap. Anything else to say? Zhao does a smart thing by letting Zuko pass the blockade to follow him to lead him straight to the Avatar. Zuko tries to do a smart and use the smoke that his engine's giving off to cover his trail, while also throwing Zhao off. It didn't work. Zhao makes the good idea of yeah, he's got to come out of there eventually, and when he does, we'll have an entire squad ready to blast fireballs at his face. Would have worked if they weren't fighting fucking Avatar Roku, who pretty much might as well be, at this point, the master of firebending. Period. You could argue other people alive were better than him, but for all intents and purposes, Roku's one of the best is the best firebender in that room at that time. So there was no way he was going to lose. And Aang asks a very important question. It's just like, how am I going to be able to talk to you like later on? Because the solstice isn't every day, and I'm not going to be able to come here all the damn time. Roku pretty much says, you'll find another way. Now, let's let outside, let's go kick its ass. Warns him about the comet and how the Fire Nation, Fire Lord Ozai, I don't know how he knows Ozai's name, and fucking Avatar shit knows in the brain of Aang's head. Knows that Ozai's going to use it to basically destroy the world. Yeah, that sums it up pretty well. I like this episode. This is so far one of the better episodes in my opinion. Very action-packed at the beginning. I think a good story. You got the character of the week who doesn't show up again, I believe. Chijiao, I think his name is. Or I'm confusing that for a Pokemon name. Oh well. Who helps Aang because it's the Fire Sage's duty to help the Avatar. It is and will always be. That's why he helps. All the other ones just basically serve the Fire Lord. Zhao captures them and accuses them all of treason. Oh well. Zuko gets away. Aang gets away. And then the episode ends with the usual, like, little tune and all of them hugging. And next episode, I'm pretty sure, is Aang starting to freak out. Now, here's the thing I'm thinking about. Avatar Roku said that mastering the elements takes years of focus and discipline. And Yang's basically got until the summer ends. Which, it's winter right now. which means it's an undisclosed amount of time. I'm giving Aang a year tops. And that's assuming the Avatar year goes off of what our year is, the 365 days. And I'm going to assume it's that from this episode onward is 365 days, another full year, which probably isn't right. And if we are being generous, we'll give him a year and then some. But my idea is that since Aang already knows and has mastered a bending technique, the other ones will come to him a little bit more naturally since he already has that foundation laid out. I already know how to bend, it's now how do I bend this different thing? And we see through later episodes that that's kind of right. But I'll talk about those episodes when we get to them. Winter Solstice, Part 2, Avatar Roku, and I watched it on a Roku TV. What did you guys think of it? I quite liked it. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Leave a like on the video if you liked it. And subscribe to see more Roku. And hit that little notification bell to see when I upload all the time. Until next time, I'm Hyper Superstar. Sayonara.